It's 2016. We're at Deer Valley Ski Resort in Utah, and this is Oscar-winning actor Gwyneth Paltrow. She's skiing down the mountain with her family, when all of a sudden she's whacked from behind by 76-year-old retired optometrist Terry Sanderson.
Two skis came between my skis, forcing my legs apart, and then there was a body pressing against me, and there was a very strange grunting noise.
They fall in a heap. Sanderson says he's okay, and Paltrow takes the afternoon off. End of story.
Terry, did you cause the ski collision with Mrs. Paltrow?
Absolutely not.
Right. Back to the start. Still 2016, still in Utah. But this time, Sanderson is skiing down the slope when Oscar-winning actor Gwyneth Paltrow comes hurtling towards him.
I heard something I've never heard at a ski resort, and that was a blood-curdling scream. And then, boom.
Paltrow crashes into Sanderson, knocking him out, breaking his ribs, and leaving him with brain damage. These are two very different stories of the same incident. And it's up to a jury of 8 in a civil court in Utah to work out who's telling the truth. If you've never been skiing, well, there's a snow code you should know about. Whoever's downhill on the slope generally has the right of way. So a lot of this trial hinges on who was actually downhill. If the crash was Paltrow's fault, well, then she'll owe almost $450,000 to Sanderson to pay for medical bills and damages caused by the crash. If it was Sanderson's fault, Paltrow is asking for a symbolic $1 and her legal fees to be paid for. It seems like a pretty simple and mundane task for this court to decide, but it's disputes like this one that the civil court is here to resolve. You see, in most countries around the world, there's civil courts and criminal courts, and the two differ in plenty of ways. The actual nitty-gritties change from country to country, so let's focus on Australia's courts. Criminal courts deal with, well, crime. Assault, murder, robbery, arson. When a person is arrested, they go to criminal court. Civil court refers to almost all other disputes, and it's to do with people's and companies' rights and responsibilities to each other. A patient could sue a doctor for botching a surgery. A company might sue a contractor for, well, breaking a contract. You could sue for defamation, like Johnny Depp did to Amber Heard, or you could take your landlord to court to settle disputes with your property. Civil courts are focused on putting the victim, known as the plaintiff, back into the same position they were in before the damage that was caused by, well, whatever's happened. So usually this comes in the form of money or compensation. But you could also seek an injunction, which is basically a court order to stop doing something. In 2021, these teenagers sought an injunction against the Australian government to stop the development of a coal mine. In the case of criminal law, the intention is to deter or punish the offender, so the result is usually jail time or a fine. In the Paltrow-Sanderson trial, they spent a lot of time hearing from the two of them to try and work out exactly what happened.
It was like somebody was out of control and gonna hit a tree and was gonna die.
Lost half a day of skiing.
Have you ever seen a GoPro video of this accident?
Absolutely not. No, I would have loved to have it.
Are you good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
This doesn't always happen. See, civil courts usually just require written statements, called affidavits, from both sides of the case. If witnesses do speak in court, well, then they can do that with their affidavit in front of them to get the details right. In criminal cases, they still give written statements, but the offender on trial isn't actually required to speak or give evidence. If they do, they have to do it without the help of their previously written statement. Civil court is essentially a one-on-one battle, so both sides of the story are super important. In order to win a case, a judge, or in some cases a jury, simply has to believe that it's more likely than not that your story is what actually happened. Something called on the balance of probabilities. Right, you've made it this far, so I guess you want a resolution to this story.
Was Gwyneth Paltrow at fault?
Well, a jury of 8 decided that this skiing accident was not Gwyneth Paltrow's fault.
Was Terry Sanderson at fault? Yes.
So, while retired optometrist Terry Sanderson loses $1 and legal fees, you guys gain knowledge of the legal system. Sorry, that was a really cheesy way to finish this story, but truly, I hope you learned something.